Unit 5, Natural Phenomena, Chapter 12, Water and Air. Both water and air are essential for life. There is life on the earth only because of the presence of water and air on it. Water is vital for all living things on the earth. Plants depend on sun, water, and soil for making their food. Animals require water for their metabolic functions. Water is also a natural habitat for plants and animals. We use water for cooking and washing. They use it to irrigate crops and lawns, to clean streets, and to operate coolers. They also use the power of flowing water to produce electricity. We drink water which we obtain from rivers, lakes, wells, hand pumps, etc. We all put garbage, sewage, and solids into all water bodies around us. Factories also release oils, poisonous chemicals, and other wastes into water. These substances which make the water dirty are called impurities. Impurities in water should be purified before consumption. Let us study the impurities in water and how can they be removed. The impurities found in water are insoluble impurities which can be seen. Soluble impurities which cannot be seen. Disease-causing germs. Removal of insoluble impurities. Insoluble impurities present in water can be removed by sedimentation and decantation. You can easily separate a mixture of water and sand. This can be done through the process of filtration. Removal of soluble impurities. It is difficult to separate soluble impurities than insoluble impurities. These are separated through evaporation or distillation. Evaporation is the method of converting water into water vapor through the heating process. On heating, water evaporates. The dissolved impurities are left behind in the vessel. Distillation is the process by which we get pure water, free of all minerals, salts, other impurities and germs. In distillation, impure sample of water is taken in a round bottom flask and heated. When water is heated up, it changes into steam. All impurities are left in the flask. When the steam passes through the condenser, it cools and turns into liquid water. Pure water is collected in a flask. This water is mainly used in car batteries, science experiments, and in medicines. Purification of drinking water. Drinking water contains germs, therefore it needs to be purified. Water may contain germs that can cause diseases such as cholera, jaundice, and dysentery. In large cities, water is purified first before supply. This purified and filtered water is sent to homes for domestic applications. Water is treated by sedimentation, filtration, and chlorination before it reaches our homes. Sedimentation water is pumped from the river into a tank. Chemicals are added which help insoluble impurities to settle down. Filtration. After sedimentation, the water is filtered through sand, gravel, and charcoal to remove suspended insoluble impurities. Chlorination. Germs present in water can be pulled by passing chlorine gas through water. Chlorination makes the water fit for drinking. Underground water from deep springs and deep wells is usually free from insoluble impurities and safe to drink. A blanket of air that surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. Atmosphere is a mixture of gases. Oxygen present in the air helps us to live on the earth. It retains heat and blocks out the harmful rays, ultraviolet radiation, of the sun reaching the earth. The atmosphere also protects us from meteors, which are small rocks moving around in space. If the meteors reach the earth, they can cause a lot of damage. The atmosphere burns most of them before they can actually reach the earth. In places such as mountain tops or deep in seas and oceans where there is not enough air or oxygen, we need to carry oxygen cylinders for breathing. Air also contains carbon dioxide, which plants use to make food. Air is needed for breathing. AIR supports our life. In many ways, all living beings take in oxygen to live. The fresh air taken in by them is called inspired air or inhaled air. The air we breathe out is called exhaled or expired air. Oxygen is used by living things to produce energy. The oxygen enters the lungs from where it is carried by the blood to every part of the body. Oxygen helps to burn the food. Carbon dioxide produced is thrown out from the lungs. Air is needed for burning. Air contains oxygen, which is needed for burning. Composition of air. There are many gases in the atmospheric air. They are oxygen, nitrogen, and gases such as methane, argon, hydrogen, and carbon dioxide in little quantities. The atmospheric air also has dust, smoke, water vapor called humidity. The amount of water vapor present in air is called humidity. The humidity is high when the amount of water vapor is more in air. The perspiration from our body surface does not evaporate quickly, and so we feel uncomfortable when humidity is high in air. We can feel the humidity in air before and after the rain. Other gases: argon, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, methane, and water vapor. Nitrogen. The presence of nitrogen is 78%. Its presence in the atmosphere checks the process of burning under control. Oxygen. The presence of oxygen is 21%. It helps in combustion, burning. Plants and animals need it for respiration. Properties of air has some typical properties. Let us study them. Air has weight. Air occupies space. Air exerts pressure. Air has weight, that is why it exerts pressure downwards. Air can push objects due to its pressure. Air pressure too plays an important role in our day-to-day activities. Try opening a packet of milk. When you cut a small opening on one side, milk flows out slowly. If you make another slit on the other side, milk flows out rapidly. Can you guess? Why? This happens because air enters from the other slit and pushes the contents out of the pack. Layers of atmosphere. Atmosphere extends from the Earth's surface to about 800 kilometers above the Earth. It is divided into 5 layers. Troposphere. It is the layer of the atmosphere closest to the Earth's surface. Weather changes in troposphere. Stratosphere. This is the layer in which aircraft fly. It is the second layer from the ground. The ozone layer present in it absorbs ultraviolet rays of the sun. These are harmful to living beings and can create skin cancer. Mesosphere. Meteors or rock fragments burn up in this layer. Thermosphere. In this layer, the space shuttles orbit. Exosphere. The exosphere is the uppermost layer of our atmosphere. It has very thin